Welcome everyone to the LEC post-game lobby. I'm Shax and I'm joined by Romain and Flakked, who just both of them and the team secured a spot at Worlds 2022. Flakked, you're going to Worlds, man!
Yeah, thanks. Mega thanks.
Crazy. Also, we asked for who G2 would like to send to PGL, and I wanted to speak to Romain and one of the players, and they sent you again. You're doing overtime for them.
I mean, Jankers wanted to slack a bit, so I thank it for them.
Okay. Romain, why is it that you're making him do all the media appearances?
I mean, I think he did a really, really good interview yesterday.
Yeah.
It was really funny and authentic. Yonkos wanted to rest a bit and enjoy our qualification backstage, so it's like it again.
It's nice to Flakked. Flakked, talk to me about this game specifically versus Misfits. We thought it would be super close, to be honest, because Misfits has been on a 5-game winning streak. But why wasn't it?
I mean, like from my point of view, I was just like killing minions and chilling.
Yeah.
So I didn't do much. I just pressed up. My mid lane is 1 mining. My top lane is 200 CS up. So I'm just, like enjoying the AD carry life, killing my minions. I mean, I think I didn't play that bad in teamfights, but like most of the teamfights we did, it was just like it was like before I started hitting, it was over already. So I was like really chilling, I was like already celebrating Worlds.
Yeah, so I guess for you, this was probably it was nice that it was this comfortable since it was for Worlds, probably,
yeah, for sure,
right?
for sure. It was really chilling, yeah.
Yeah, and for Romain was the same?
No, it was really scary. I mean, I think we had a really, really great day with a lot of crazy game. So I was a bit scared the game would go to like 45, 50 minutes and then it's a bit of a flip,
Yeah.
Especially because I have to share something. BB is a bit sick. Like he had a lot of fever for the last 2 days and he played amazing yesterday and today. So props to him. It's bad to the point where he could barely speak on stage.
Yeah.
And usually he has a big weight in the communication, especially mid and end game. So yeah, today the team had to step up for him. He stepped in from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, big GG to BB and to the rest of the team actually for securing the slot today.
Yeah, that's great. And on Yone as well. Like
Giga chat.
Yeah, Giga chat.
Like Giga chat.
Wow. Well, I hope it feels better there, the whole coaching staff as well. Awesome to see. And yeah, the first team worldwide to qualify for the World Championship. Obviously, congratulations, Flakked. But, when you kind of look at how this year has gone for you and your career overall, because you're still very, very young, you've achieved so much already, and now you get to go to the World Championship. I mean, how hyped are you?
I mean, of course, I'm like mega hyped. The only thing is, it's in NA, no? And I don't really like NA solo queue.
Oh.
I mean, I never played NA solo queue, right?
But you don't like
but
it.
But everyone says it's really bad. So that's the only thing that doesn't hype me a lot.
It will be fine.
But, I mean, it's Worlds, right?
But you can stomp then in solo queue over there, right?
I mean, from an AD carry perspective, it's like really hard to carry in bot lane.
But,
Excuses. You will make the best out of it.
You can't go and flame NA and then say, but I also won't do well because AD carry is underpowered.
Okay, that's true. Maybe I'm a bit delusional, but yeah, I mean, I'm still really hyped to, of course, to go Worlds, and hopefully, we can play, like, perform better, because in MSI, our performance wasn't the best, but we still have one more chance to like perform internationally, so I'm really hyped.
What's your perspective on that, Romain? Because I think, he's right. Obviously, MSI went from really bad to a little worse, but then on the other side, it's the first time they went with this roster to an international event, right? So how are you kind of, as someone who works with the team, also making sure that they now take the next step in Worlds?
It feels so great to be qualified already because I mean, it's always a bit scary when you play regular season and you're on the verge of making playoff or not, because for some teams, the end of the year is tomorrow, end of the day. And the next time they play on stage and in the studio will be in January. It's a long time. For us, because we're qualified at playoff, we know that at least we play until the beginning of September, but already having the ticket for Worlds changes everything. From a logistic perspective, we can already schedule everything and stuff. He's laughing because I always close a daily meeting with guys from a logistic perspective. So sorry, it's a tick of language.
It's important.
It's especially, I mean, it's my job as well. So
yeah,
it will allow us to really pay attention to how we're going to prepare the whole end of August into September. Make sure the boys are going to be in the best shape possible and we have everything ironed out. I think one of the reasons why MSI was a bit more complicated is at the end of the day, we were never supposed to go to MSI, right? It's a new roster, it's a young team. We are really, really happy to be there. We had an amazing run at playoff, of course, but once we were there, we were so excited, and we had to go on a week by week, so it's not that much of a planning before. I think for Worlds, it's going to be really different. We're going to be so ready because we can start working on it right now. So
sounds well. Hey, logistics is the base of any good operation. Oh man, but
yes.
This is just that's for seemingly really old right now because it is very important. So, but Flakked, when it comes to Worlds as well, really cool that you've qualified, but obviously the fans want you to do well in the playoffs, want you to go to Malmö and give your best performance there. So how do you make sure that you kind of harness the, all right, cool, we're going to Worlds, fine, but we still have to be tip-top for the playoffs. It's raining really hard. Can you hear that?
Okay. I mean, it's kind of what I said like yesterday. I think like everyone, including me, I think we're starting to spike in when it comes to like gameplay and like hard work and stuff. We're like putting the extra hours and giving a bit more every single day. So I'm like really confident of going into playoffs. Like, of course, it feels really good to know that you're qualified for Worlds already, but we want to win LEC as well. It's not like we just want to go Worlds instead. We want to win LEC and we want to perform, and as well like we need to be a good team, because if we in playoffs and then we go Worlds, we might we might in Worlds as well. So we really need to keep working.
Please no. We will get flamed by our colleagues. So, talking about peaking at the right time, etc., the Kia player of the game was Caps. Deserved?
Yeah, mega deserved. Yeah.
Actually, 1v9.
1v9, yeah.
At some points there, which is nice to see. And we'll talk about the standings in just a second. I'd like to talk about G2 just a little bit more. I saw a really interesting vlog by Laure that she showed me, actually, where she was talking to you a lot, Romain, and you guys have a whole system in terms of team building, but specifically about how to create a good relationship between each other and the players. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. It was really important for us getting into 2022 to make sure the team was going to stick together. And we had two super veteran players, which are Caps and Jankos. They've seen everything, they've done everything. We had BB coming from another team with his coaching staff as well. The relationship really strong between Dylan and Rodrigo really helped as well. And then we had Targa, freshly coming from the K-Corp story. Yes, it was not an LEC level kind of story, but last year for K-Corp was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it was another kind of profile. Then we have Monsieur Flacco coming a bit out of
Didn't
nowhere.
win anything,
Didn't win anything, but already had great practice with us for so long. The community didn't really believe in him. He had to fill the shoes of Reckless, and God, he did, and you will.
I mean, makes sense.
So it was,
I didn't say that.
It's fine. So yeah, it was a bit of a challenge to make sure everyone would not love one another, because I've not even become friend, because I'm not sure friendship is the thing which will push you to the next level. You just need respect, a lot of respect, and you need to make sure everyone's going to identify their strengths. How is it going to work together? How is it going to listen to one another? So we did a lot of workshop in November to align everything. How do we see everything from a schedule perspective to how we're going to train, practice, how we're going to talk to one another. And then we kept refining it, talking to one another again and again and again. Like, it's a lot of communication all the time. And we're trying to push positive communication. It makes no sense to tell your teammate what he sucks at, because at the end of the day, that's not going to create a recipe to win. You need to identify what you're good at. We had really poor early game, for example, for the last week. It would have been an easy mistake, I believe, to just make sure, okay, those are all the early game we fucked up. We need to fix this, and this. No, scratch that. Take all the early game where you succeeded, actually, and what made you win? Okay, keep that and go again. So, and I think we have really nice five guys. We have really nice players. The coaching staff is really positive as well. So really, really good synergy. It's paying off. We punched the ticket for Worlds. Now the real challenge starts, best of five. I think we did some pretty good job playing our best of five and playoff in spring. So yeah, and if we can go to Malmö, God, a stage, a crowd, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
It's going to bang, for sure.
It's going to bang. So you obviously were in the system, right? So how did you experience all these communication building exercises and whatnot?
I mean, I think it was like really, really insane and really crazy to me, because we, like at the beginning of the year, we had like a lot of workshops and stuff, and we were like talking, you know, like about like life and like, you know, to say a bit of like where we come from and give like a little bit of context and stuff. And then We talked as well about like routines and what do we like, what do we not like, what do we want from our teammates, and what we don't want as well. So I feel like it was like already like 1 month in the split, and we already were like really close friends. We knew like lot of everyone,
Yeah.
and I think that helps us a lot to not go like a mental boom or like to avoid a lot of issues that can happen in the future, because you just know what's gonna happen, or just you're gonna know what's the reaction of like for example, if someone on match days wants to do something, you already know what's he gonna do, and it's not gonna be like surprise. Like for example, as a fun fact, like Targa likes to wake up a bit late in match days, and for me, I had some teammates in the past that were waking up like really late, and I was like, what, like this is so crazy, like how can you wake up at this hour? And Targa likes to wake up late. So if we don't have, for example, that you know, that workshop and stuff, I would be like, okay, what is going on? Why is my support waking up at 5 p.m.?
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, but it's fine. He likes it, so I mean, he won me nines on stage as well, so I respect it.
As long as he's like there when you're doing scrims.
Yeah, and it's a compromise as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's important. So because it's important to make conscious what everyone is doing, so you don't create a problem. For example, Jankos is streaming a lot, which sometimes for teammates could be, oh my god, I don't believe it's the best practice. You should just play more solo queue instead of streaming. But it's how he gets better. Like him talking to the chat and playing those games and stuff helps him to structure his life in a really hardcore way. Is our captain, definitely. Like he's a guy with a lot of structure in his life and everything. And everyone his own strengths. For example, Targa likes to sleep. He loves it to a point where it could be a problem if you don't discuss it from a team perspective, you know? And he needs to commit to other stuff. And we need to make sure he plays at least one solo queue before going on stage like today.
This is so great. You know how many people are at home now who want to be a pro player and they're like, oh, I always sleep till 4 p.m.
I mean, yeah, as long as you perform and you participate in the draft, and when we need you to bang, you need to be there and you need to bang. And the day you're not going to do that, we're going to storm at you. So it's important for everyone to be conscious about it.
I'd love to know, because there are days where that gets turned on its head, right? You have to travel, like for instance, you have to get up early for content shoots, stuff. How does that work then?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a fight usually, but he's a really good kid. He knows how to. He's really clever.
Yeah.
So he knows how to play with a limit of things, and if he does what is asked from him, just what is asked from him, then he knows he can chill. So it's yeah.
We'll ask him about it.
It's
when
a
we
lot
have
of communication in both sides.
yeah.
We're having fun. Like we're all living together, which I live with the boys. Everyone, we have like 3-4 flats all connected together. So we spend so much time together that it diffuses any kind of conflict instantly.
But they still have an option to be on their own time if they want, I guess.
Yeah, so it's four apartment connected. Mm-hmm. Everyone has his flat, his own room, his own bathroom, and stuff like that. So everyone can really be in his own little ecosystem, but still participate in the different team activities. Like the big meeting points are the review room and the practice room. So yeah, and we all here for the same goal, like to talk again about the exercise Flakked was mentioning. Everyone had to speak about their whole life year by year in front of the rest. And it was really funny to see when Caps was attending Worlds, Flacco was in school, kind of. So, and it's funny when you compare all the timelines, and what matters is we're in 2022, we're all here with the same goal, with different tools and different backgrounds, but we need to make that mash and mash together. And it worked actually.
Cool. Very nice. In terms of kind of people's vices, you've got Targa, who likes to sleep in.
Yeah,
fine.
which is okay.
And then you have this guy who is obsessed with solo queue now, and also has some voices in his head sometimes, or like is going off on Twitter and whatnot. You know, and sometimes they write things on each other's faces with a marker and stuff. I feel like you said in the beginning, we don't need to be friends. We just need respect. But it does seem like they...
It's an amazing bonus.
Yeah.
BB and Flakked relationship is just so cute.
Yeah, it's like my brother.
They're both stupid at the same level. And I say that with so much love to both of them. They laugh for the most stupid stuff.
Okay, that's not true. That's not true.
When they start laughing,
that's not true.
It's so communicative that everyone needs to laugh.
Okay, that's not true. Like our humor is like
elite,
mega smart.
Yeah,
it's like beyond smart.
They find one new meme per day. And sometimes it's a good meme, sometimes it's a really bad meme, sometimes it's a terrible meme, but it's always funny. And it helps a lot, you know. So Jankos would be a bit more like the dad, the captain, you know. But sometimes he goes really crazy as well. Vivi and Flakked are literally the two hobbits, you know. Mary and Pippin, always happy, always goofy, always ready to do something. Targa would be a bit more on the side, a bit more quiet and stuff. But when he starts talking, yeah, it bangs usually.
Yeah.
And Caps, I mean, Caps is Caps, you know, like it's a bit complicated to explain, but he's just so in love with the game and he's so funny as well. Sometimes he can shut up and not talk anymore. And that's exactly in those moments where you need a BB and a Flacco behind him to push him again.
I see, yeah. I've talked to Broken Blade a couple of times in PGL as well. He comes up with some really clever
He's really
jokes
funny.
and memes.
Yeah.
He's next level. Final thing I think about G2, as I kind of want to wrap it up, is G2 actually in the past was always a team that even got memes with for getting great talents from other teams, right? And always getting these superstars, the Reckless acquisition, Caps from Fnatic back then. And I feel like this year was very much a departure from that because you made the conscious choice to say, we're going to go with Broken Blade, who we think is very promising. We're going to have Caps and Jankos, who of course have been promising for G2 for a very long time. And then we're going to take a gamble, honestly, on Flakked, who we really believe in, a Targo, who comes from K-Core. Is that correct, or do you not see it as much as a departure?
It might sound like a gamble, but the amount of time Dylan and the rest have been screaming with so many different people. First, BB is not promising.
He's crazy good.
He banged in NA already, and in Schalke he was by far the best player, and then Dylan and Rodrigo knows it by heart because they worked with him for so long. So BB coming in was still, I believe, G2 getting those superstars, at least in the top lane position. Then Targa was not a promising talent. He banged as well. Like, he was really, really good. And that's why it made sense. And then once you have those four guys, you need to find the perfect ADC. And it took so many games and so many games of trial during the World and stuff. And Flacco was the best by far. It was a decision from the four other guys, not just Carlos or not just Dylan. It was a team decision between the few ADC available. Okay, should we go with the really famous one or should we go with the young one which fits perfectly our mood and is so good and has such a high potential? Well,
Or Flakked.
you do.
Imagine if you said that, you're like Giga Chat already.
No, I won't.
I mean, Flakked was pretty famous already. He was really popping off on Twitter already.
Because of the duck, yeah. I mean, you're god at social media.
Yeah,
like
really good.
The Patrick meme. How the hell is a full Twitter with
you
a
call it
Patrick
meme, but
face
it's
now?
a reality actually. I'm Patrick Bateman.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
Don't say that.
We're not gonna
okay,
start
I don't
that.
kill people or
I
anything.
told you
Yeah.
about the movie. It's
Yeah.
next.
Next, indeed. But we do enjoy your Twitter game a lot. And yeah, it's really impressive how you get to like juggle both. But yeah, it's very cool. And it's nice. And you're right, actually, about BB. He was already a superstar,
Yeah.
right? Like, sorry, if you're watching BB, I know you're not feeling well. I wasn't trying to dish you.
He's
Let's
probably
take a
sleeping
look.
right
Let's take a look at the standings then, because now we have some teams locked. Mad Lions, G2 Esports, Rogue Missile. That's actually the same as today. Did you guys see the Fnatic game, by the way,
He
against
was
Vitality?
insane. He was so good.
Yeah,
It was so good.
It was insane.
What do you think? What was your read on it?
I mean, I think Vitality should have taken the win. I think they threw a bit. And then it's just like Seri Yumi late game. I mean, Seri Lulu late game is
Here
like...
it is, I think.
Look at
Yeah.
Yeah. Seri Lulu is, is a thing of League of Legends. That is really, really, really nice
go on.
and balanced
Oh, there it
and
is.
skilled.
Yeah.
But it's true though that I think the champion is like really OP. But I think Upset like really 1v9 as well.
Okay.
I think Upset and like Upset, Rashuk and Helisan were like insanely carrying.
Perfect.
And yeah, like I still think he's really OP, but I think he played like out of his mind.
Do you think they're gonna make it to the playoffs, Fnatic? Over. So basically, yeah.
I think after this win today, yeah. Like
Yeah,
maybe if they lose today, they could struggle a bit, but I think after today they should make it.
So the way it works is even if Excel beat Astralis tomorrow, if Fnatic beat Misfits, they would be in. And if Excel lose to Astralis, they would be out, and Fnatic would be in automatically. Double check. Correct. Thank you, production. So that's the way it works. But it does feel like they kind of, I don't know, they were a different team when they started here yesterday than the last couple of weeks. So we will see. For the rest, looks like Team Vitality will lock in as well. So what do you think of the playoffs so far then, Flakked, with Mad Lions, G2, Rogue, Misfits, let's say Vitality, and either Fnatic or Excel?
I mean, I think really strong teams. I think as well, even though they're really strong teams, I think like no one is like playing like really consistently like well. I feel like it's like when it comes to like players, it's gonna be a bit of a gamble because like I think we're playing really well now, but weeks ago we were like playing really bad. I think Rogue as well was weeks ago playing really good, and now they're not playing that good. I think Fnatic as well, they have some good games, they have some really bad games. Same goes for Vitality. Like I think everyone is like really coin flip right now.
Yeah.
But for sure it's gonna be like really, really high playoffs.
It's fun though. What do you think, Romain? You happy?
I mean, when I compare the different scrims we had with everyone, I'm surprised Team Vitality is that low. But yeah,
Scrim
it's
gods
really
still?
from a business perspective. Having exactly this locked would be probably the best because those 6 first team are the one bringing the most viewership. I would also be really happy to see Excel there because I really like the player and the coaching staff. But that would mean neither Fnatic or Vitality going there, which would be really sad as well.
At this point, it's kind of sad for like it's like crazy.
Tomorrow is gonna be such a long day.
This is always the kind of saddest day from I think if you're a general fan perspective, because now you're like, oh well, SK bye, we don't see you again this year. This Team BDS. It's crazy. It's brutal out here, Flakked.
Yeah, it's
but
really
you guys
sad.
are cruising through. Just
It's such a good situation.
2 weeks ago we were like mega swelling, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really happy, that we can chill and relax. And tomorrow, like, of course, we have a game to play.
Yeah.
But this is way more chill,
Yeah.
It's like I can finally sleep. I mean, I can't really sleep because of the voices, but when I can sleep, I can get good sleep. But yeah, for sure, it's way more chill than when we were like 0-4. It was like. It was really not the best moments.
No,
sure.
0-4 now. Do you know you're actually the best performing team in the second half of summer because you won 6 out of your last 7 games. So I guess it didn't feel great, but it was actually really good. So good stuff. So let's take a look at the schedule then. The last day of the regular season tomorrow with Excel, Fnatic and Vitality still vying for a spot. So the first one of the day is gonna, oh, that's unfortunate. Actually, this is the first one in terms of build up. But maybe Excel is happy that they get to play immediately. They have to win to stay in, of course. And if they do, then Fnatic still needs to win over the Misfits at the end of the day. So that's cool. Vitality still not locked in, by the way, but they have at least a tiebreaker even if they lose. So
Okay. Versus whom?
I guess Excel or Fnatic, right? I guess.
A tiebreaker, Vitality, Fnatic.
Oh, it's impromptu. Cool scenario. If Excel win, Vitality lose, Fnatic win, Excel and Vitality will play a tiebreaker game for the last spot.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. So we have maximum 1 tiebreaker then, is that correct?
Okay.
2. We
1 to
can
2
have 2. So
tiebreaker.
there are more scenarios left that will leave us with 1 or 2 tiebreaker games. These will be played after our last regularly scheduled game. Big props, by the way, to our production, our stats team, and everybody, because they made the tool. They make sure that we keep ahead of this thing. So it's actually quite complicated.
Super complicated.
It's actually super
we've been
complicated.
doing the math on our own, but we just have to do the math for
You guys
us.
all have the tool?
Like, I mean, we do. Rodrigo actually did a really nice Excel sheet. But we only have to look for ourselves.
Yes.
You guys have to look for absolutely
Everybody.
everyone.
And then a fan's like, no, but it's like, no, actually.
Yeah, did a mistake.
It's a mess. I'm going to take a PGL selfie and then I'm going to let you guys go. So tomorrow you are playing SK.
Yep.
That's going to be fun, actually.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they are out, but
Yep.
yeah. You guys want to sit? No, actually, want to sit?
I mean, I'm not.
Wait, can I?
We can sit.
Wait. Okay, nice. So that was all from us here tonight. Be sure to stay tuned. We have 100 Thieves versus CLG in the LCS Super Week, and we'll be back tomorrow for the final day of the regular season. Don't miss it. Bye.